Happy birthday, Sag. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Blue Mountains Tarot. This is a bonus reading for you, a general reading. Please keep that in mind, okay? I'm going to do as many bonus readings as I can, which I do for the birthday signs. So happy birthday. Thank you, everybody, for all of your likes, your shares, comments, tips, and donations. I appreciate that. I do offer personal readings. If you're interested, you can contact me below in the description box to set that up. There's my email addresses there to get in touch and pricing. Let's see, what's the message today? Today's the 29th of November. I am back from my vacation. Happy birthday to those who are celebrating today. Let's see, what's the message for Sagittarius? What's the message for Sagittarius? This is nice. You got 3 and 3, 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. Something builds, there's a few things I'm getting here. You are working on something kind of potentially with another friend, or there's a bit of a trio energy here. There's something that builds up excitement is what I'm getting. It builds up the level of something in life to be celebrating about. This is something that brings you closer and sort of reconciling, or it's not even reconcile, because I feel like this connection or something here is only building. It's only getting more lively. The Star card. Wow. So again, it's like your path right now, Sagittarius, is kind of lighting up with excitement. There's a thing here that, the star is, not to lose hope and to keep your dreams alive, but your dreams are coming to fruition. There's a celebration here on your path. And there's something that this work, this effort, this new beginning, 3 of Pentacles that you're building is towards an alignment, towards a bit of a dream, perhaps, a path to be celebrating. So there's something very... Those who are meant to align or come into your path at this time will be, especially if there's any maybe there is that reconciliation of the right person or a person that you are reconnecting with. The Lovers, yeah, there's that connection. There's that potential reconciliation. The partnerships in your life, absolutely, there it is, confirmation. You've got Aquarius and Gemini here. You're definitely working, let me see, what's the 3 of Pentacles? The Queen of Cups, whoa. So there could be, now, this is something that you love, okay? It could also, it's interesting because you could be putting the effort, the energy into a project, a work thing that you're planning. It's something that definitely brings out the loving emotions within you, Sag. This could also be the sort of collaboration, cooperation, partnership, but it is something that's bringing the right love, the right people, the right partnerships into your path. This is something that was meant to line up in a sense at this time. Some of you could be working on your own emotions. You could be building up emotional stability, emotional endurance, a little bit more on that optimistic scale of things in life. Some of you, maybe it's kind of saying here, if you want to live the path, the life that you want, Sag, you have to continue to work on the emotional optimism, the emotional positivity, the things that bring good people, that attract good things into your life. So this is something that some of you could be working on. It's like, if somebody's looking for a partnership, you have to be in a good place yourself. You have to be that magnetic energy. You have to attract that person into your life. Okay, so there could be something around warming up a little bit. You are a fire sign. There's the 7 of Pentacles. Again, putting in that effort, putting in the energy, the work in something. Again, this is like work, partnership, alignment, your path, the things that you dream for, the things that you want out of your life. There is the patience in this card. So it isn't something that's going to necessarily happen overnight. You know, it takes time to plan an exciting situation. Building the excitement here is also what I'm getting. 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups, the building up of excitement of something to celebrate. There is also healing energy with that Star card and the Lovers. So there is, it just feels like the right connections on any level of partnership in your life that you are experiencing right now. Some of you may be, this is a bit of a side note, but some of you may be planning your wedding. Some of you may be planning some sort of love celebration, whether that's an anniversary or a wedding perhaps. There could be a bit of a dream destination or something there. Let me just see what this card is. The King of Pentacles. With the Moon card. It's interesting. I had said earlier that some of you are working, it's important to work on your emotional outlook, your emotional well-being, your emotional stability, your emotional optimism. It's like there's a bit of filling up your own cup at this time so that you can fill up others. But there could be a male energy here that is also needing, if there's a counterpart, because you got the Queen of, male or female, but you could have somebody else who's also investing in some of the things within himself, some of those fears or emotions that need to be grounded. And there's also an effort, like it takes two, you know, an effort isn't one-sided here for you, Sag. Effort is two-sided for you at this time. I feel like, what is this Moon? Because that's Pisces energy. Is there a secret or what's going on here? What's this for Sagittarius? What's the Moon? The Fool card. Okay. This is this, you know, a bit of a leap into the unknown with the Fool, especially with the Moon. There's, let me see something else. One sec, Sag. What is this King? Tell me about the King. The Six of Wands. Okay. So here's the thing, is that I feel like you guys are willing to put in the effort to succeed at something. And I feel like some of you feel like you need that new venture, new project, new goal. Okay, and there is something here that's going to show up with a sense of success, I think on the financial front, hopefully. But at the same time, you have to be willing, or there's an energy here of somebody that has to be willing to take those risks, to face their fears, to jump into something that, you know, if you want to make it succeed, you will make it succeed. Your fears can cripple the things that you are avoiding, the things that you are not facing, the unknowns. It's like, if you want the unknowns in your path to be revealed to you, you have to reveal the unknowns to it, almost. It feels as though if you're meeting somebody, let's say with this Lovers, this connection, you know, I'm willing to take a chance on you, but you know, and I'm willing to express or share my fears. You know, how good does that feel on the receiving end? And this is the same thing for that receiving side. It's like life wants to show you that yes, you're willing to put in the hard work. There's a difference of like putting in the hard work, but then if your fears can stop you, sabotage in a sense. We don't have sabotaging cards per se, but the fears or the insecurities or the unknowns are kind of saying, if you're willing to put the work in, you're one step on it here. You're ahead of the game. That's not the issue, but be willing to face the unknowns. Be willing to face, some unknown things. Again, this is why it's important for you at this time to really build your emotional stability. And it's kind of like a relationship here. Building that emotional stability, the resilience, the knowing yourself, being optimistic, being in that good emotional, solid, grounded place. It prepares you for when something unknown or something unexpected arises in a connection, versus somebody who's emotionally very unstable and they don't know how to react. They don't know what to do. They become afraid. They stop moving forward. They back up, So there's something here that I think you're going to do well. You'll exceed at things. You'll get that financial, gain or financial reward, I should say. But there is something about looking into the unknown. Let me put it that way. There's something here about the two moons. Like our planet has one moon. Other planets, other places have two moons. There could be something around that. Maybe that's the name of something. Two moons, or like twin lunar twin. I don't know. There's something here about almost like you have a vision of two. Almost like an eclipse in a sense. There could be something important, and forgive me around the astrology aspect, because I don't know what the next full moon, if it's what sign it's in or what it is, but there could be something around the full moon for you, or your moon sign could be in Aries or Pisces. What is this about here for Sagittarius? What's the Four of Pentacles? The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. So there's something here, Sagittarius, about there's something here about there's an inner reflection. There's a bit of this thing about there's something around your path, okay? I'm just trying to line this up here. The reflection of your future path is also kind of saying, like, to me, I feel like it's saying, how can I word this? You have a lot of like life-changing things that are going to take place that are going to affect the path ahead. But you have to be willing to reflect on what are the things that you want to be hanging on to. Like it's almost like, what do you deem valuable in your life? And what are you willing to let go of at the same time? So let me give you an example. And this is a very interesting example because it was a reading that I did for a person, and it was like, I'm going to give this example because it might apply to you, but I want to share with you how this is coming up. Let's say you have two people in your life, okay? And you're torn between what to do, which person to go here. What am I doing? The thing is to recognize why the person maybe that came into your life, there's somebody here that may have changed your life. There's somebody here that may have been like a huge change to your life, a huge contributor. There's no mistake, it was destined. But that doesn't mean that it's there for you to keep hanging on to. For some of you, you have to let go of that and either be alone and figure out your future life path, what it is you want, what you're doing, or you're moving into the new and you're saying, yes, I was hanging on to that situation or person because it was valuable. It played an important role. It changed your life, perhaps. It brought in a lot of great things. But in order for you to grow, in order for you to move on, you have to kind of let go of that prize because there's another prize waiting for you. You know, you can't hang on to both here. So there's something that I think it's like your blessings served you well. These circumstances, these meetings, these things have served you purpose. They served you well. It doesn't mean that we have to stay in this torn headspace of like, well, what about if that person comes back? I'm giving an example of a person, but it could be a job. It could be whatever. I feel like I'm saying partnership because of lovers. But you're sort of saying, well, I acknowledge what that served in my life. I acknowledge everything it brought. I acknowledge how it changed me, but there's a release because and that's maybe where some of you are working on the emotions. You know, there could be this clinging of emotion or whatever that is. But I feel like some of you are to release what is no longer serving as like the blessing per se. It's sort of done its job, and let go of it for what it is and allow yourself to go within, maybe be alone, maybe step aside, but walk your path because you have to choose yourself. The thing that I'm getting at here is that you're choosing yourself over hanging on to situations that chose you. They chose you for a reason, and now you're choosing yourself. I want to see what the outcome is for you on that. Does that make sense, guys? It's like if I look at an ex and I'm like, what about if they come back to me? Or what about if this person, a friend, whatever, and I'm like, I have this beautiful new thing here or this beautiful situation or partnership. It's like, that served a purpose already, that other past. It was divinely set up to bring you forward. And so if something else is meant for your life path ahead, to grow, to evolve, to be a better version of yourself, your life, your path, then move in that direction and release what's no longer. It doesn't mean you don't love. Let me just see. What's the outcome here? Or what's the healing advice? Oh my God, the world. The end of a cycle for a new beginning. I told you, the end of a cycle, new beginning, the world. It showed up in your life for a cycle, a reason, a success. It brought you a sense of victory. And now I think some of you, because the Fool card is saying, well, where you're torn here, Sag, is a little bit of that unknown. Maybe some of you you're kind of saying, I want to know that if I leave this job and I jump into that job, I want to know that I'm going to be taken care of, that I'm going to get a bonus, that I'm going to make the sales, you don't know. You just have to work hard at it and put in the best effort that you can, being in an emotionally sound, grateful, optimistic, emotionally okay, but also not emotionally, clinging on attachment. Being able to emotionally release is also a sense of emotional stability. So there's something here that is bringing you into a new beginning, and that's why the world is here, to let you reflect on your path, on yourself, and what serves, what doesn't. Now you could be seeing, there's the 10 of Pentacles, all the abundance. Everything that you need is going to be showing up or being provided for. There could be financial abundance. I said that earlier. There's something here that I think there's a payoff for you, Sag. There's a financial stability. There's a long-term stability, and it's important to do a little bit of the prerequisite at this time. Because again, You're also going to be able to recognize who's doing the work, who's the right alignment for you. You're going to be able to see like, that's the right match, that's the right vibe, that's my, that's the right thing, versus if you're not self-aware, let's say, it's hard, maybe it's going to be more challenging to have judgment or discernment, character judgment, I mean, like, picking up positive or negative vibes of what's good and what's not for you. So understanding yourself the most is going to help reflect who else is good in the alignment of your path forward. So some of you are needing to spend some time alone, do some self-reflection, go within, and not cling on to things that you feel you have to hang on because they brought you so much change or so much, it's the release of a person or a situation. It doesn't have to be a person. I know a lot of readings are relationship. People come to tarot for relationship. See, my gosh. Holy cow, guys. There's the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Swords with the Page of Swords. So there's this new beginning, releasing. The Ten of Pentacles. What's valuable to you? What's bringing in new abundance for you? And what has served you? Because it's already provided. Now it's like the next stage or path or decision in your life that's bringing you into a new beginning. Okay, love, clarity, abundance. There's definitely an ending and a new beginning, or at least the recognition of that, so that it gives you a sense of your own closure, gives you a sense of your own peace, and you don't have to be torn or fearful, affecting your own stability around the moon, which is like your intuition as well. Okay, your intuition will lead you along the way if you're emotionally in touch. Your intuition speaks. Those who have a good relationship with their self, with their higher power, they know how to relate to that connection with your higher self, with your intuition, with your calling. It'll lead you along the way. You'll know as you go along, versus I need to be assured, I need to make sure I know exactly what's going to happen. No, you're going to trust in your intuition that I can handle the challenges that come in front of you, come ahead of you, and I will be okay because I'm willing to put in the effort. I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to be patient. It all is part of preparation for healthy connections, partnerships, reconciliations, celebrating those in your life that highlight where you need to be. Okay, you've got Gemini and Aquarius, Aries, Pisces, Virgo as the strong ones here. All right, Sag, happy birthday, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Thanks again for your likes, shares, comments. I appreciate it. Have a great day. I'll see you soon. Take care.